Well, the South Dakota men split on rivalry week, taking a tough loss up in Fargo against North Dakota State before coming home and taking round one of the South Dakota Showdown Series against arch rival South Dakota State on Sunday. Here to talk about all of that is Coyotes head coach Todd Lee. And Todd, you go up to Fargo. I know you know how difficult a place that is to play. But frankly, you played well enough to win that game in a lot of ways, and it got off to a great start. You led by as many as 12 in the first half. But you went cold down the stretch, and that allowed the Bison to go in with a 7-point lead at the half.
Yeah, we played great defense early, and it's similar to the game we had last year. We were leading 11 at half. We played a great first half. We played a great first 14 minutes or so, 12 minutes of that game, and then they went on a 17-1 run. But we go into half, we're only down 7. It's still a 3-possession game. I told the guys at half, we're fine. We just need to go out and do a better job defensively. We also turned the ball over a little bit down the stretch of the first half and took some quick shots and a bad shot on the road, just like a turnover. And so we didn't do a very good job. They did, but we're only down 7. We come out in the second half, and we had a chance to win the game, and that's all you want. You know, on the road, tough place to play. They're playing well. We just didn't execute down the stretch, and they made a couple plays, and that was the game.
One of those plays specifically that we have to mention because it was the one that decided the game, and that was that final bucket for Tyson Ward. Obviously, North Dakota State draws up a play. What were you expecting, and tell us about how it all went down.
It was a handoff play between their two best players, Ward and Shaheed, and Ward did a good job of faking it, and then he turns the corner going left. Stan and Cody both went with Shaheed and left the ball, which, as you know, you can't do that in basketball. Yeah. And so, end of the game, we had 2 opportunities on offense. We picked up a legal screen call on Hags, didn't get a shot. Picked up a charge on Cody, didn't get a shot. So when you're on the road and you have a chance to win the game and you don't get a shot in your last 2 possessions, and then you make a mistake on the defensive possession, and that's the game.
It's a game of inches, a game of one play at a time, frankly, at times. And this one, unfortunately, went against you, and you end up dropping that one, albeit through a great effort, 72-70 up in Fargo. Had to feel pretty good overall about the effort and where you were at the end of that game, though, coming into what you had Sunday against South Dakota State. And this is obviously a different animal in that it is your biggest rival. I know you guys had a lot of anticipation for this game. You always do, but with the fact that South Dakota State had won 4 straight in this series, how much more ready were you to play the Jackrabbits even this time than normal?
Besides it being a big game for our guys and the rivalry, it was a lot about we need to play well. And they're in first place. They're coming in here, and we need to do a good job, and we took care of business yesterday.
Yeah, add to that offensively. How were you able to be so efficient against a team that had been really good on that end of the floor in Summit League play coming into the day?
You know, we were able to run offense. If Hags wasn't scoring, he was opening it up for other guys to get downhill because they were staying with him. They stay with Cody out in the perimeter, and so we took advantage of that, and that's what teams need to figure out. Just like we need to figure out what we're doing with the post defense, and then you've got to react to what teams are doing to you defensively.
Well, you brought up Triston's name, and I think it's important that we talk about him. You, more than anybody, have been waiting for that guy to get back to his normal self. And it's been a while, and that's understandable coming off a knee injury like the one that he had and that caused him to miss 7 games. Just physically, it's going to take some time. Well, in the second half, Triston looked like Triston. Do you feel confident in saying Triston is back?
Yeah, I would. He was close against North Dakota State. He got hurt November 27th against Cal Baptist, so it's been Thanksgiving since we've really seen Triston be the player he can be. Even though he was out a month, and then he came back, and the first number of games in the league, he wasn't, to be honest, and he wasn't very good, and he knows that. But it wasn't because of lack of trying. He's just getting his legs under him. And so last night in the second half, you saw what Triston, like what he was playing like before, hitting pull-ups and getting downhill and attacking the rim, stopping, shooting threes. We haven't seen that for 7 weeks. And so we've seen glimpses of it, but not in stretches like that where he can take over a game. And so now before he got hurt, we had 3 guys that could, take over a game in stretches. Then when he went out, then people really started keying on Hags and Stan, and it's just great to see that. I was really happy for him, coming back, and you could just see that's what we're used to seeing out of Triston. So hopefully that continues.
He scores 15 of his 21 in the second half and helped keep South Dakota State at bay. They kept coming, got within 10, even single digits, I think once or twice there in the second half, but never got overly close. It was always a multiple possession game, and you were able to pull away for a 99-84 win. Now looking at it this week, Todd, I think it goes without saying, as wide open as the Summit League is on the men's side this year particular, you got to win your home games.
No
and
question.
You got to try to find a way to steal one on the road, maybe 2 on the road, but you got 2 at home this week. Utmost importance that you get both these wins, don't you think?
Yeah, when we started the league, we went up to Western Illinois and Purdue Fort Wayne. And again, Triston wasn't Triston, and we didn't take care. We want to steal 1 on the road or steal 2 on the road. That's big if you can do that, because it's hard to win on the road in college basketball. So you have to take care of business at home, as you said, and these 2 games are very important. This ends kind of a longer homestand for us. We've got Purdue Fort Wayne, who beat us up there. We were leading by 12 at half, held them to 23 points. They really shot the ball well in the second half. So we owe them 1. They're coming in here on Thursday, and Oral Roberts is playing really well. And they're a very physical team. They got guards that can shoot it, and they're quick. So that's a matchup for us that's going to be difficult. So we've got to do, as you said, take care of business at home, and this is a big week for us.